How do you become an explosive athlete like Francis Ngannou? Well, let's talk about it. After defeating Stipe Miocic for the UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world, Francis Ngannou was officially the baddest man on the planet. He may have improved his MMA skills from the first matchup, but the bottom line is the reason for his dominance is still his explosive power. Explosiveness is an attribute that every athlete desires. And while I may not be able to turn you into Francis Ngannou, I can definitely help you to reach your full explosive potential. As far as Francis Ngannou's personal workouts, there are only a few clips here and there that I'll show you at the end of this video that I believe have helped him with his power. But at the end of the day, you'd really have to go to his coaches and really dig deep to find out what he's doing. With that being said, the first thing to understand is that explosiveness is about force generation. Therefore, workouts should be about increasing force production. Breaking it down further, force is equal to mass times acceleration. So you either need to be increasing mass or acceleration to become more explosive. To increase mass, you need to increase the amount of muscle that you have on your body. You can do this using traditional weight training principles. The one change that you're going to make to traditional hypertrophy training that bodybuilders do is you're going to do all of your sets in a 3 to 5 rep range. And this is going to maximally stimulate your nervous system, and it's going to allow you to basically unlock the dampeners on your body. Now, this is somewhat theoretical, but it's very much shown in real world application. There's just not a lot of literature to back it up. But basically, training with very heavy weight over time conditions your body to being willing to expend more adrenaline and more norepinephrine on command, which allows you to lift heavier weight. So normally your body only does this in life or death situations, but if you put your body through enough stress consistently, enough really heavy 3 to 5 rep sets or max out sets, it always thinks you need to be ready for a life or death situation, and you can consciously decide to put out higher levels of adrenaline and norepinephrine to perform. However, it is important to point out that if you gain muscle without incorporating speed work into your program, the gains in power or force production that you see from your increase in muscle can be negated by a decrease in your speed due to the increase in mass. So it's really up to you to find the optimal weight where you are both strong and fast. And this is really a different set point for everybody. The crazy thing is, Francis Ngannou's set point happens to be at 265 pounds. This brings us to the second part of our equation, which is how to increase acceleration. Now, unfortunately, speed/acceleration is very genetically determined. Some people just have good leverages due to their bone structure or significantly more fast twitch muscle fibers to work. That being said, there are 3 types of speed acceleration training that you can incorporate in order to increase your individual acceleration. The first one is just repetition or skill work. So whatever movement it is that you want to be explosive in, you want to just continue to do that movement over and over and over again. If that's punching, you should be doing plenty of shadow boxing, plenty of boxing. If that's jumping, you should be doing plenty of jumping. Whatever it is, keep practicing and building the skill, because the more you do that, it allows your nervous system and your motor units to become more efficient at performing that particular movement, which allows you to perform it faster. The second way that you can train to increase your acceleration is by training to decrease the stretch shortening cycle. Now, the stretch shortening cycle is just the lengthening and then contracting of a muscle to result in greater acceleration when performing movement. You can think about that like when you're throwing something. You want to stretch your pec and various other muscles back before you throw to get even faster acceleration than if you just tried to kind of shot put throw something. The exercises that you do in order to decrease this stretch shortening cycle are called plyometrics. The most prevalent ones that you'll see are depth jumps or various types of medicine ball throws in which you're throwing the medicine ball as quickly as possible. The important thing to remember about these is you want to focus not on throwing or jumping as high as you can. You want to focus on being as quick and explosive and fast as you can. So when you do depth jumps, you want to jump down off the box and then explode off the floor as fast as you can. Not necessarily jump down off the box, wait, a second or two in order to jump higher. So to effectively incorporate both the weight training in order to increase your mass and the plyometrics in order to increase your acceleration, you can use one of two different methods. The first one is the back-to-back method. In this method, you perform all of your heavy lifts for a particular muscle group, and then right after you do that, you perform the plyometric exercise for that same muscle group. So for example, you could perform your heavy bench press sets, maybe 5 sets of 5, and then you follow that by going over to medicine ball push, where you're lying on the ground similar to a bench press, and you do that same 5 sets of 5 explosively. The second way that you could incorporate both of these into your training is using the contrast method. So in this method, instead of doing all of your sets of weight training first and then doing your plyometrics, you do one set of your lifting and then followed by one set of your plyometrics. So you would do one set of your heavy bench, and then you would immediately, right after you finish the set, go into your medicine ball push. Or you could do explosive push-ups, like clap push-ups, or you could once again do that lighter bench press with bands. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and have a good rest of your day.